Welcome to Low Key PD. In this video, we're going to explore the View menu of Google Docs, specifically Show Outline. So if you go to a Google Doc and you click on View Show Outline, if it doesn't already have the check mark, this isn't going to do much for you unless the document that you're writing is supposed to be divided up into subsections. All right, so if this is like a term paper or a research project or something like that, where the expectation is there will be a title, a subtitle, different section headings and things like that, then this tool will work really well. If this is just a Google Doc that you're using to make a worksheet or something like that, Show Outline isn't going to help you very much. But the Show Outline feature probably includes access to maybe some of the most misunderstood types of formatting for a Google Doc. Specifically, when you change some text to either title or subtitle or heading or something like that. And the reason this is often misunderstood is that a lot of users think that these different formats for different parts of a paper like that are really just, well, it's selected formatting and it makes it look different, which is true, it does do that. But really, this is about the structure of the document, right? So if I want my title of the document to be in title formatting, right, I can highlight it, make it title, right? But I don't have to do that. If I want, I can change that formatting to be whatever I want, and then if I go back up here to title, I can either apply the formatting that's already there, or I can update the formatting it will use based on what I have highlighted. So if I want to change the formatting of title and subtitle and things like that, I can do that, and then that will update for use in that document. Every time I use it, it'll use the formatting that I want instead of the one that it's already defaulting to. All right, so I have a title, right? Subtitle, I'm going to change that to subtitle, right? I have a section, the first section, we're going to make that heading 1. And then notice the second section is down here, so I'm going to change that also to heading 1. I have 2 subsections under section 1, or the first section. So I'm going to make those heading 2 because they are one level subordinate to that first section, right? So the subsections under section 1 should have slightly smaller formatting than the actual section title for the first section. And then I also have included a subsection to the second subsection, and I'm going to make that heading 3. These different heading options are intended to be hierarchical, right? So title's like the big title of the document, and then they flow down in terms of importance. So if for every section that you have, those titles should be formatted the same way. Subsections should be formatted in a slightly newer and less obtrusive way, and then subsections even smaller, right? So notice that my sections, like my first section and my second section, those titles are formatted consistently. My subsections are formatted consistently. And then look at what happens when I click on Document Outline. Notice I get a nice looking outline of the different parts of my document. If I don't use the headings, if I just format things a different way, if I don't specifically use these heading options, I'm not going to get that. These heading and title and subtitle options, they are intended to make the formatting stand out so you can easily identify the different parts based on their formatting, but they also do contribute to the structure of the document, and that structure is identifiable by the document itself based on how you've chosen to format it using this menu. If you don't use that menu, you generally don't get that kind of control over the format. So if you're doing something that's a little bit more rigorous in terms of writing, something that's going to have sections and subsections, I would make sure that I understood this. If I had students that were going to be writing those papers, I would probably make sure that they understood this as well, to use those advantageously, those different formatting settings, and strategically, because they do have purpose beyond just changing the way that the text looks. And that is the View menu, Show Outline. It's a little bit more powerful than most people give it credit for.